Shout out to our sponsor, Blue Apron. Blue Apron delivers ready-to-cook meals right to your door with fresh, pre-portioned ingredients. They're treating our nobodies to the first 3 meals free when you visit blueapron.com/theknow, so try it out. Free food is the best food. Welcome to The Know, I'm Ashley. It's a new year, so happy new year, everybody. We are back in the office. We're ready to go on a whole new year of news, and there is a lot to catch up on, so let's get started. One of the big stories of last year was the success of the Nintendo Switch, and it looks like Nintendo is expecting even crazier numbers this year. According to a new interview between Nintendo's Tatsumi Kimishima and a Kyoto newspaper, Nintendo is projecting they'll move 20 million units in the next fiscal year alone. When you add that to the 14 million they're expecting to sell by the end of fiscal 17, which ends for them in March, and the nearly 3 million they sold last March, that is a total of 37 million Switches by April 2019. That's a lot of Switches. Considering how much the Switch has been flying off the shelves so far, doesn't seem to be unreachable for Nintendo, but damn, that's a lot of Switches. They're gonna need some games to drive those sales. But it looks like they could be kicking off the new year with a brand new Nintendo Direct, just to whet your appetite a little bit about what to expect in 2018, so you buy one of those Switches. Rumors have been swirling about the potential upcoming Direct because of several listings that popped up on Amazon mentioning the event. Interestingly enough, there were 18 Switch title placeholders listed on the retailer, meaning we could be getting a whole lot of announcements. According to a couple of insiders on Reset Era, the date for the Direct will be January 11th, and if that's the case, we should have confirmation from Nintendo very soon one way or the other. They tend to announce the Directs about a week ahead of time, so any day now. I hope we hear a lot of stuff about Octopath Traveler, or whatever they end up actually deciding to call it, because that's a weird name, but great demo they put out. Staying in the realm of tantalizing Amazon listings, we also had another very curious listing pop up from Warner Brothers. The placeholder item indicated an E3 announcement along with a 2019 release date and, strangely, a price of $240, which is a bit above normal. Price aside, the popular speculation is that this could be Rocksteady's new game, which we still haven't heard much about at this point. As for why the price is so high, I don't know, it could be a simple placeholder. Maybe that's one of those crazy special collector's versions, or maybe it's a version that comes with a whole bunch of microtransaction credit of some kind, which is very exciting. You get a sweet deal on that. Either way, Amazon took that listing down too, so all we're left with for now is lots of head scratching, and we might be scratching our heads until June. Could be a while. Fumito Ueda, creator of The Last Guardian, Ico, and Shadow of the Colossus, could be teasing his next project if a new website update is any indication, and hopefully we'll be waiting less than 10 years for this one. If you'll recall, Ueda left Sony during development of The Last Guardian, but oversaw work on the game as a creative consultant while he launched a new studio, Jenzen. To ring in the new year, Jenzen's just updated their website with a Happy New Year message and what looks to be concepts for a new game. If you scroll down past some flying birds, you see a new character that looks very Ueda in its design, along with the hand or paw of what looks like a huge creature. Again, very Ueda. It doesn't give us much to go on, but it's nice they're already giving some glimpses of what could be their next game, and I don't know, maybe we'll get an announcement this year, played in 7 or 8 years. Look, I like The Last Guardian, but that was a long wait. During the holiday break, one Reddit post had the internet screaming mad at Microsoft, who allegedly ripped off a Redditor's concept for an ad about the Xbox One version of PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds. Now, it looks like that ad has finally been taken down. Microsoft's Major Nelson replied on the thread, which got more than 90,000 upvotes, that's a lot of upvotes. Over the weekend, he wrote, "Hey guys, I wanted to let you know that this is being investigated. In the meantime, our official channels have pulled down the asset in question." The two ads look more than a little bit similar, with the first concept being posted about 2 months prior to Xbox using the same concept for their social media marketing. But in more positive news around Battlegrounds, it looks like we've got more hints that it's going to be coming to PS4. In a new interview, Chang Han Kim, CEO of PUBG Corp, said, "We'd like to focus on completing the Xbox One PUBG for now. If we have the opportunity, the final goal would be to launch the title on every platform." Does that mean the Switch? it doesn't mean the Switch doesn't. He hinted that the major barrier right now is that PS4 doesn't have anything like an early access program, meaning they have stricter quality measures, and what they've done for PC and what they're currently doing for Xbox will not work there. So we'll see. Maybe once the Xbox One version hits like its final 1.0 and launches, maybe then they can work on a port of it with its like final features. Anyway, we'll see. The director of Devil May Cry is teasing us yet again about his much anticipated new game. And while Hideaki Itsuno still hasn't revealed yet what the game is, he did say in a tweet over the weekend that the development of the project is now under climax. I am making a great game, so please expect it. Oh, we are. Of course, he's been telling us for almost 2 years that he's been working on something and all the delays, and well, I don't know if it can be delayed since it doesn't have a date, but the unannouncements still have made fans any less excited about what it could be. A lot of people are hoping that we'll get a new Devil May Cry game, especially after the massive alleged leak of Devil May Cry 5 details, but we'll just have to wait and see. If you want to scratch that itch though, an HD collection of the first 3 games is releasing on March 13th, just FYI. It looks like Shenmue III, for all the jokes we like to make about how long it's been since we've really seen anything, is apparently still on schedule to release this year. Oh, and the developer says we can expect some other surprises too. You might remember that Shenmue III was initially announced back at E3 2015, which got fans of the iconic Sega series really excited, to say the least. It went on to raise more than $6 million on Kickstarter, but last year, creator Yu Suzuki said it was being delayed a little bit till the second half of this year. Some fans started to worry that we'd be getting yet another delay into 2019, but in a tweet on New Year's, studio president Cedric Biscay said the game will in fact release this year on PC and PlayStation 4, and he added that there would be many other surprises as well. He didn't elaborate what those might be because, well, they're surprises. But something that it means we could be getting remastered versions of the original games as well. We've been seeing lots of hints of those popping up, retail listings that immediately get pulled down, that kind of thing. So chances are there's surprises in that direction. Steam has released its annual list of top earning games for 2017, ranking them as measured by gross revenue. And the games that top the list, not a huge surprise: Grand Theft Auto 5, Rainbow Six Siege, which is one of those games that didn't have a great launch but has managed to make a huge turnaround, and very good for them. Rainbow Six is an awesome franchise. Ghost Recon Wildlands, PlayerUnknown's Battlegrounds, Dota 2, Counter-Strike Global Offensive, and The Witcher 3 all made the platinum rank, which means they were among the top 12 bestsellers. But rounding out that list were also Rocket League, Warframe, H1Z1, Ark Survival Evolved, and Divinity Original Sin 2. And that last one just really makes me happy because it's such a great game, and I don't feel like it's getting nearly the attention it deserves. As for other newer games, Nier Automata, Middle-earth: Shadow of War, and Assassin's Creed Origins all made the gold tier, and Cuphead landed in the silver tier. Good for you, Cuphead. That actually makes a lot of sense, because if you bought the Xbox Store version, which wouldn't count under Steam revenue, then it's cross-platform, but this is just the Steam version. Still, did it manage to make that pretty great. The Last Jedi has now made more than $1 billion worldwide. Do we still do this when we say $1 billion? Is that a thing still? Anyway, it's the top grossing movie of last year in North America. The 8th mainline Star Wars movie made more than $533 million in just 3 weeks, which passed the year's previous box office champ, Beauty and the Beast. It's still got a long way to go before it catches its older brother, The Force Awakens, which made more than $936 million domestically, which was a record. But still, those are very impressive numbers, and more proof that the Star Wars money juggernaut continues to roll on. I'm mostly blaming people here who are seeing it like 4 times. Apple wants you to know that it's very sorry for slowing down older iPhones, and it's hoping that a cheap battery replacement will make all of that better. In a letter to customers, Apple apologized and said, "We know that some of you feel Apple has let you down. The slowdown issue comes from an update that Apple released in iOS 10.2.1 about a year ago for iPhone 6 and SE models. While Apple says the update was intended to adjust power management in the phones to avoid random shutdowns, it also kind of ends up resulting in slowdowns due to the phone's batteries degrading over time. Apple wrote, "We've always wanted our customers to be able to use their iPhones as long as possible. We're proud that Apple products are known for their durability and for holding their value longer than our competitors' devices." So to try and make things right, they're cutting the cost of a replacement battery from $79 to $29. They also said they'll introduce new features in an update early this year that will give users more visibility into the health of their iPhone's battery so they can see for themselves if its condition is affecting performance. So there you go. Police have arrested a 25-year-old man in connection with a swatting prank that ended in a tragic death. This is like the worst news over the break. The suspect, Tyler Barris of Los Angeles, allegedly made a hoax to 911 after an argument that stemmed from a bet over a Call of Duty game. According to news reports, one of the gamers dared the other to swat him, but then instead of giving his own address, he gave out the address of one Andrew Finch, who was completely not involved in the dispute. Police responded to Finch's address, and he was shot and killed by authorities after he came to his door. It's not clear yet what Barris is charged with, but he's currently being held in the LA County Jail without bail, police say. So yeah, needless to say, this is a huge tragedy. It's been a while since we've heard too much about swatting, but the FBI estimates about 400 cases of swatting occur every year. They are assisting in this case, and we'll see how it goes. But regardless, dick move, dude. Dick move. Anyway, that's the news we have for this roundup. Welcome to 2018. Let us know what you think of all this news in the comments down below. To make sure you get news from every corner of the internet, like this video. If you're new to this channel, subscribe to the know, and we will make sure you know about everything. Not everything. There's an asterisk there. Thanks to Blue Apron for sponsoring this update. It's a new year. That means we're all feeling real optimistic about all the new things we can learn and do this year. And if you've never been much of a cook, Blue Apron can help you turn that around. Blue Apron delivers step-by-step recipes and pre-portioned, ready-to-cook ingredients right to your door, and meals can be cooked in less than 45 minutes. They have new recipes every week, so you don't end up eating the same thing over and over again, and you can choose how frequently you want to receive meals, so if you got a busy week, you don't need to stress about it. As a bonus for the next 8 weeks, they've actually partnered with Whole30 to offer 2 Whole30 recipes each week, like Mexican spiced barramundi with avocado, Togarashi chicken lettuce cups with avocado, and kale and sweet potato salad. I don't know if you've tried Whole30 before. I actually did it last year as kind of a bad habit eating reset, which I really needed, and I quite enjoyed it. But it can be easy to fall into a rut and just eat the same thing over and over and over again because you're quite limited on what you can do. So having these kinds of recipes, huge help there. To get your first 3 meals free, visit blueapron.com/theknow and get started.